We will see the North American mainland within a fortnight as we become the greatest Argonauts of our age.
The Featurette is a story based on factual history.
It's basically about a British expedition to find the Northwest Passage north of Canada, and that's where they get trapped.
The Terror is an interesting hybrid of genres. We have a high adventure story that is paired with a horror story.
Our story, based on a novel, has got a kind of a twist to it.
Building that out into this huge genre show, it was fun to plot all of this out and try to make sense of a disaster like this on a human level.
The way this is done is very, very special.
This ship has to work for both ships that actually did the expedition, which is Terror and Erebus. To help the audience understand which ship they were on at different times, we obviously made differences between both ships.
So it is like a massive Rubik's Cube, which keeps changing all the time, day after day, to turn it into different decks of the ship.
We made Erebus just feel a little bit more finished, where we had wooden doors and sliding doors and slightly nicer furnishings in the forecastle for the sailors, whereas on Terror everything felt just a bit more basic, and we took out the doors and replaced them with curtains and things, you know.
It's built exactly to scale. Every detail, including down to the cabin sizes, are exact to the original.
The whole idea of that was to get this sense of claustrophobia and cramped and people all living on top of each other for long periods of time. So that in itself hopefully builds up a tension.
Funny to think of this place as home, isn't it?
Being based on a true story, we've had access to seeing the real artifacts, and I've tried to recreate those as closely as possible. About 95% of the props that we used in the show, we built. For example, the box compasses, the box chronometers, medical stuff.
All of the bed linen, the pillows, the hammocks.
In terms of costume, we had to use ingenuity and extreme academic forces to find out what they were wearing, and particularly for the ABs, for the lower ranks.
There are very few artefacts remaining from that period.
Even all of our expedition tents we had to make from scratch, right down to the buttonholes, where it's a hugely accurate job, and I think we nailed it.
Heave!
We also have outside sets that we have to basically move up a few thousand miles to the north.
Trying to tackle on film the Arctic is very difficult. With the expertise and the way visual effects are put together now, it can be told in a very realistic form.
That was a very special challenge because, as we can see here, it is a restricted room. It has green around, so it took a lot of imagination in how to create the vastness.
We are creating the environment fully in 3D CG. That means we're not just replacing the backgrounds with photographs, particularly the water and the ice, so that throughout the episodes the ice actually thickens up, and it's all basically a 3D simulations. Then of course we're also enhancing the weather. It's windy, it's cold, so since this is a beautiful day, you don't necessarily see the breath on the actors, so that's all visual effects.
The lust of the year feels like an omen.
We thought that the lighting in itself will almost be more crucial if it was dramatic as opposed to just realistic. So we could go into really extreme darkness, we could create our own aurora borealis, so to make it a very painterly approach.
You know what men are like when they are desperate. We both do.
One of the great kinds of fun you'll have watching this show is being flipped back and forth between a genre that is about victory and a genre that's about terrifying odds and the potential for disaster.
I think viewers have a very exciting roller coaster coming up.
It will be a combination of cutting-edge technology and a very beautiful, straightforward storytelling.
We're just so excited for an audience to finally see what's taken us years of work, not only from the writing stage, but the shooting stage and the editing stage. We have a phenomenal crew and a phenomenal cast.
You've got Jared Harris, Ciarán, Hinds, and Tobias Menzies. The team, they've done an extraordinary job. I'm really impressed by what I see.
This place wants us dead.